Hey you guys, it is me Jeremiah. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I hope you're staying subscribed. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you. I appreciate you. So today I have with me the brand new James X Morphe Unleash Your Inner Artist palette. I am so excited to play with this palette. My best friend Melissa actually got this for me. So if you're watching this, girl, shout out to you because it sold out today, so I wouldn't have been able to get it, so you're a real one. Today I'm going to be reviewing this palette. I'm going to be reviewing it and using each section of the palette. So I'm going to be creating 4 separate looks for you guys, and I'm going to be reviewing it and using 2 separate primers. So on one eye, this eye I'm going to be using Shape Tape, and then on this eye I'm going to be using an actual eyelid primer. This is by Morphe. Okay, so now that my lid is primed, I'm just gonna be taking Code James, and I'm gonna be putting that all over my lid. I'm just setting it. The first look that I'm gonna be doing is like the black smoky eye. So now that my lid is set, I'm gonna be taking this shade right here, Rusted, and then I'm gonna be putting that in my crease. When I do smoky eyes, I like to blend the crease first and then add the black after, because I just find it's a lot easier. I'm gonna take Morphe R39 and then start buffing that in my crease. I wouldn't say they're like incredibly pigmented. I would just say they're like, you know, they're nice, you know, they're showing up on my skin. Okay, so I'm just gonna blend this out with 10% off. Okay, so I'm gonna be referencing the Jaclyn Hill palette a lot because same brand, same quality shadows should be. These should be improved. But yeah, so to be completely honest, the blending process that I just had wasn't the easiest. I mean, the blending process that I just had wasn't as easy as a Jaclyn Hill palette. Just in my opinion, I find that the Jaclyn Hill palette is so easy to use and to blend. I don't know if I got like one of the really good ones, but it's just super easy to use. Nonetheless, I'm gonna be going into Benny now and putting that directly in my crease on the same with the same eyeshadow brush. This shadow is incredibly pigmented. So this is what it looks like blended out. This looks so beautiful. I love the shades. They're just so pretty, and I love Boutique. It's such a beautiful like brick red shade, and it's just stunning. Also, there's absolutely no fallout, so love that. Okay, so I'm gonna use a packing brush. This is just from the Sephora Pro collection. And then we're gonna dip into Spooky. I'm gonna pack this on my lid. So there's just, I'm just really surprised how there's like very minimal fallout. I'm gonna switch over to my Smashbox full coverage shadow brush. This is my favorite for packing on shadow. Okay, so now I'm gonna go into Halloween. It's just this like orange shimmer, and then I'm gonna put this on my lid. I'm just gonna spray my brush because that's just like, I do it all the time. That's what most people do. Like, you're gonna get the best color payoff, so I don't really care what it looks like without spraying it because I always spray the brush. This is the final look. I think it's pretty. It looks a little crazy without lashes, but I like it. But I'm gonna go ahead and do this eye now with the Morphe primer. Okay, so it says let it set for about 60 seconds, so we'll let her set. I'm gonna be using the same exact brushes, same exact way. So again, I'm gonna be taking my Morphe 513, dipping into Rusted, putting that all over my lid. It's a nice transition. Okay, right off the bat, we can see pops a little bit more. Oh, wow, that makes such a huge difference. Okay, so again, going into Boutique and No Beans. Okay, so then I'm gonna go into Benny. Okay, so now I'm going into Spooky and putting that all over my lid. So again, just wetting my brush, going into Halloween. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my face, put on some lashes, and I will be back with my final thoughts. Hey you guys, so I am done. I finished up the rest of my face. So, my final thoughts on this look. I think it's really, really pretty. I actually love it. I didn't really like it in the beginning. I definitely prefer this eye. And I think the eye primer definitely made a huge difference. I don't know if you guys can tell, but the colors on this side of on this eye are just so much more vibrant and more pigmented. And the shimmer just went on better. Like, it went on exactly how I planned it in my head. And like, you can just see, like, it just overall it just looks nicer. It's more pigmented. Like, it's really pretty. I really like this. I think it's super pretty. And let's go on to the next look. So for my second look, I'm going to be using this section of the palette. I'm really excited. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and prime this eye using Shape Tape again. So I'm going to try and set this with Pinkity Drinkity, but normally light shade, like pink shades like that don't show up on my skin. So I'm gonna try and see what it does. Yeah, nothing. Okay, not really showing up, so I'm just gonna take Skip and pack that on. I'm just really amazed how there's like very little fallout. This shade is really, really pretty. So I'm gonna use Pinkity Drinkity to blend this out. This is like the cutest name ever. I love saying that. Pinkity Drinkity really does not show up on my skin at all. Like, so I'm actually gonna mix it with Skip because it's just really not showing up at all. Okay, so now I'm gonna take Love That and just deepen up my crease. It kind of reminds me of Love Letter by Anastasia. It's like a really pretty, like, maroon color. Gonna go back to my first brush. Okay, so now I'm gonna take Escape, which is just like a nice purple. I'm gonna switch brushes. I'm gonna use a packing brush. Oh, that's really pretty. Do you guys see that? I've been blending for a minute now, and I don't know. It happens to me sometimes. Maybe it's just my eyelids, but like sometimes I'll be blending and then the color will literally just disappear. I don't know. I really don't understand why that happens. Like, it happens to me quite often. I mean, not quite often, but like it happens, and I don't really know what it is. Like, I don't know if it's like my eye. Like, I don't know if it's like I don't know if it's like the Shape Tape. I don't know if it's a concealer. Like, I don't know what it is, but like, it's not the shadow, because the shadow is like definitely pigmented. I'm assuming, but like, it just like, it does that, and it's really annoying. And like, no matter what I do, like when I put shadow on top of it, it just like, so I'm just noticing that I'm seeing like from each color story so far from these two that I've done, I'm just seeing one shade that I'm like not having a hard time blending, but just it's taking a longer time than normal. So from this one, I'm finding Escape to take a little bit longer than I would like to, and like just a little bit annoying. Like, and then from this one, I found that Benny, I believe it was taking a little bit longer to blend out. But yeah, I'm going to take a little bit of Spooky and put this on the inner and outer and just darken it up a little bit. These shadows best go on with a like a packing brush. I really love the black in this palette. It's buildable, which I love because you can, you know, incorporate it into many different looks. I'm just taking Love That to blend this out. Like, that just blended out so nicely, super easily. Like, and most of the shadows do, but it's just like 1 to 2 that I've found so far that don't. Maybe it's the Shape Tape that's giving me these issues. Okay, so I'm going to put Artistry, which is this really, really pretty purple like shimmer, and I'm gonna put this on the center of my lid. That's really pretty. I'm just gonna meet the edges with the Escape Purple shade. I don't know if you can see that, but it's just like, I put the shadow there and it just doesn't like go. So I'm assuming that's the eye primer. Where is she? I have to do this often, so it's not, I don't think it's the shadow. I think it's just the primer, or maybe it's my eyelid, but I have to do this often. Like, it just literally, nothing will go in this area. So I gotta start all over. Okay, so this is what it all looks like. I think it's really, really pretty. I love that shimmer shade. I've never seen a shade like that before. So I'm really excited to see how this is, because this looks really good, I think. So I'm excited to see what it looks like on the other side with the eye primer. So I just primed my eye. So I really want to try Pinkity Drinkity again and see if it'll show up with the eye primer. So I'm going to take a clean R39 brush, take Pinkity Drinkity. Okay, it's not really, it just looks white. I'm just going to take Skip and put this all over my lid. This is way more vibrant, as you guys can tell, like it's way brighter on this side. Okay, so I'm taking the same clean blending brush and I'm gonna use Pinkity Drinkity to blend this out. Okay, so now I'm gonna go into Love That again. It's like a maroon, definitely more pigmented on the primer side. Okay, so now I'm gonna go into Escape on my I-39. Kinda nervous, I'm scared. Okay, that purple's blending out so much nicer and I'm so happy because it's such a pretty shade. Okay, so it's definitely the concealer on this side that was causing problems and wasn't, you know, blending out the purple. I'm gonna take Spooky, same brush, and go in the outer corners, outer and inner. I'm gonna take it on a Morphe 213 brush. So I'm taking Artistry. Then I'm just gonna meet the edges with the purple shade. I haven't used Single yet. This one right here, it's like a light purple. I'm gonna put this on my lower lash line. And then I'm gonna put some of Love That and Skip on the front half. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my face off camera. Okay, so this is the final look. I think it's really, really pretty. I actually think they're both very similar. I think the last round, I think the colors were way more vibrant. You could definitely tell the difference between, you know, using the primer and the concealer. This one, I don't think you can tell as much now that everything is all blended out and it's finished. You can definitely see with the shimmer. I think the shimmer is more vibrant with the primer. But in review with the shades, I think they were all really pretty. This one was hard to blend on the concealer side. This one doesn't really show up on either side. This one showed up a little bit more with the primer, but I like to use it, you know, as I said, to blend out these two shades, this one too. This is really pretty, so yeah, I really like this section. I don't really have any issues, don't not like any of these. So yeah, let's go into the next look. I'm gonna go ahead and set this with this middle shade right here. And I'm going to dip into 518, which is just this really bright orange shade. Okay, so I'm gonna go into 10% off and define it just a little bit. Okay, so this is what we have. We have like a super cute cut crease, and I didn't really film the whole thing because you guys didn't really need to see me cut my crease. I'm just gonna pop this on my inner corner, and then we're gonna go into the other side, so. I'm gonna set the bottom half of my lid with this banana shade. It's really pretty. Okay, this is much, you can already tell, like this on the other eye wasn't really showing up at all. Okay, so I'm all done, and you guys can see this one was definitely a much dramatic difference between the concealer and the primer. The primer side is so much more vibrant, and the primer side was probably, I'm noticing after now that this is my third look and this is my third time playing with the palette, that the primer is just a little bit more difficult to blend out because the color is so much more vibrant initially, and it goes on so much more pigmented. So I'm finding that you know, if you're a beginner with this, I'm suggesting you to like build it up and not really pack it on, because you know we're so used to packing it on because some palettes are not as pigmented, so we like really have to go there and like just really pack it on with a packing brush and just really go in. But I'm suggesting you guys, like this side was just really easy to blend, but you can see like it's just not as vibrant. This side is much more like bam in your face. So I think they're both pretty though, you know, like if you don't care to be as like bold and out there, then this side is still very, very pretty. So yeah, you guys, this one took probably like 2 layers of color, if that, like one really did it. This one is like multiple, but going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So I'm just gonna go ahead and match them. This eye, I'm gonna spend some more time, so give me a second. Okay, so this is the final look. Please don't mind my lashes, they're really doing me dirty today. So this one is definitely winning. Throughout, you know, doing the rest of my face, I saw that this one was just really lacking, so I tried to go back and add a little bit more. But I mean, like this one is clearly the winner here. This one is just so vibrant and very pretty and very bold and bright. Yeah, let me wipe this off and let's go do the last and final look. Okay, you guys, so this is the 4th and final look, and I have never been so excited to be done filming a YouTube video ever in my entire life. I really don't have, I didn't use all the shades, but I used pretty much all of them. Let's talk about the shades that didn't work for me. So Benny was not my favorite, but I used Benny on my eyebrows, so I do now like Benny, so found a use for him. But I just found Benny a little bit difficult to blend, and it just took a little bit longer than the other shades. And also, I believe it was Escape that I found kind of difficult to blend. The yellow shade and the orange shade, I just didn't really like the color of them. I just feel like the yellow doesn't really look like this on the skin. And this one, I feel like it looks kind of washed out, like even with the eye primer, because I've used the orange in 2 looks now, and it just really doesn't give me the color that I really, really want. And I don't really have any oranges that are just like amazing. But this one and the 35B and the 12P are pretty, they're all pretty good. I would actually prefer the 12P. The 12P has a really good orange. As far as everything else, I think it was really nice. The blues have been kind of controversial, but I really like them, and you definitely need an eye primer for the blues, definitely. On the concealer side, it's kind of patchy, and I didn't feel like doing the most, like going back in with my concealer, doing the whole thing. So you definitely need an eye primer for that. But you need an eye primer for everything. Like everything performs better with the eye primer. So definitely get the Morphe eye primer. The shimmer shades in here are stunning. First of all, the swatches that James had, I mean, I don't think that he he lied on them, or like he faked on them, or like he like, you know, cut in between. But like, I don't know, maybe he did like a bunch of, like he pressed really, really hard, because when I swatch them, they just don't like, it's not like that. So let me just show you. Let's go with the orange. Here we have the orange. So it's nice. Does it look like James's swatch? Definitely not. I mean, it's definitely pretty. And then, I don't know, let's find another one. Oh, the white. The white I found interesting. The white has a shimmer to it. So it's a nice white. Is it the best white? No. Well, all in all, I think this palette is definitely worth the $39. I mean, you get 39 shades. It's $1 a shade. Do I recommend this palette to everyone? No, because not everyone is gonna use all these colors. Would I recommend this palette to, you know, your average Sally in the middle of America? No, because your average Sally in the middle of America isn't wearing all these colors. You know, she's just going to work. She just needs a quick little simple warm tone, she's not even gonna be, she probably has one blending brush. She's not doing the most. You know, I work at Urban Decay and I do a bunch of makeovers, and a bunch of these ladies literally have one brush. Like, they literally own a single brush. So I wouldn't recommend this palette to them. I wouldn't, because what are they gonna do with this? Now, if you're someone like me, if you're someone like James, if you're someone, you know, who is really into makeup and, you know, you beat your face every day, or you just really like makeup and you like color, you like to play with color, you like to, maybe you're into special effects, then I definitely recommend this palette to you because it has literally every color of the rainbow, and it is really pretty, and it's very pigmented with the eye primer. If you don't have the eye primer, don't, because it's just don't. All in all, this palette is super pretty. James, if you happen to watch this, I love you, and I am so happy to be able to finally have something of yours. To know that you've only been doing this for 3 years is literally insane, and it's just so inspiring. And I love this palette, and I'm definitely going to be using it a lot more, and I am going to be recreating a bunch of your looks. And make sure you guys follow me on Faces by Jared to see all of that, and I'll link all of my other socials down below. I'm hoping this video can get at least 1,000 views because I've been filming this video for 3 days now and I'm exhausted, and I'm ready to do some creative looks. This look may not be the best because I literally did this in like 30 minutes because I'm literally so exhausted of filming this video, and I don't know why I thought I could do 4 and like it'd just be okay. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, thank you for watching, and you guys don't even understand what it's like filming videos. Like, I've been creating content since I was like 15, and the fact that you guys are now like subscribing, I just reached 411 subscribers. I didn't even realize that I reached 400, and then to see that I have 411, it's just like, it's crazy. So thank you guys so much for watching. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.